Bye guys, and in previous video we found the issue in update, right? We were not able to update our documents, that means book details. So let's debug that quickly, and in this video we are just going to rectify that issues, and in the upcoming videos we'll implement a toast functionality or the message functionality. So whenever some error occurs, or whenever we are getting some success response, that should be showing on UI, so that we should be able to understand, okay, on certain events we are getting this success or we are getting those error response, right? So but for this video we are just going to debug that, and we'll do it quickly. So what we got, the message over here is update document must contain key beginning with dollar. That means this update functionality is actually expecting data in the certain format. And how this, in which format is expecting data? So whenever we call update, that means we are going to set some of the property, some of the variable in the collection, right? So for that what we are going to say is, okay, we cannot use raw data over there which we are passing from the client. In this case we need to use, instead of raw data we are going to say, okay, you need to use bson.m, that is nothing but a map object, and then we should have $set over there. $set is nothing but an operator in MongoDB that is used to update certain fields in the collection, right? So I'll say just $set, and then finally you can set the data. So now this should not be giving any error, and it should be working in the expected way. So let's wait a couple of seconds so that our server will run successfully, and then finally we'll test this and we'll see that in action. Of course we are done with the delete. Our delete functionality is working fine, so we have now the messaging left with us. So I'll go back on UI, I'll just say refresh, okay, and we are still logging, that is completely fine. So now this time what I'm going to do is I'm just going to open this, and here I'm going to say is, let's say NAR, and then price I'm going to set as, let's say $70 this time. And once I'll click on update, then you can see update is finally successful, and then we should be getting back those details. You can see matched count is 1. Of course we need to structure it more, so that instead of matched count, modified count, we should be getting a response in the message format, like, okay, this is of course we are getting the message, so in the data let's say we are going to get the same response, or else we just don't need this data at all, because we are just calling the API and we have all those data in the client as well, so we don't need that data. So let me go back to list page, and we will see whether these details are updated, or we can just refresh it here as well, and then we'll see if that detail, yeah, we can see that detail has been updated because we are getting the latest detail in the get API, right? That is how we can update, we can call update on certain book details. And also if we'll go back in book list page, there also it should have been updated. You can see here the code is updated here, and the price is also updated to $70. So now our create API, create functionality is working fine, and then we have delete and update functionality is also working fine, and also we are able to view this using get by ID API. So basically, in other words, we have whole of its API CRUD operation is working fine for the book, and then in the upcoming videos we are going to implement the toaster, which already I told you. Toaster is going to show us whether the API is whether certain operation, not only API but the certain operation, is successful or failed, so that we can say, okay, this API is, this functionality is not working and this functionality is completely working fine, right? Apart from that, we are also going to implement one more functionality in this page, and that is search functionality, and then we should have a pagination as well, because we, as of now, you can see here we are showing 18 data over there, but then it should be paginated data. By default we are going to show 10 data, and then rest of the data will be coming based on the page number. So that all we are going to learn in the upcoming session, and that is of course going to be more interesting. So if you guys feel any issue, any problem, you can put down your comment in the comment section. I will try to address all those issues as early as possible. Thank you guys, we'll meet in the next video. and we also have to rectify certain issues related to the date and other format.